You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and this is an episode of 3 Things where I share with you 3 things that I'm thinking about. And the 3 things that I'm thinking about today all have to do with Greek accents. So what I want to do in this episode is just show you 3 different ways that when you are typing Greek, you can set up you can use the computer to your advantage so that you don't have to be thinking about where to place the breathing marks, the pneumata or the tonu, the accents, any of those diacritics, that it'll just do it for you. There are 3 ways to do this. Some are less complicated, some are a little more complicated, and I'm going to show you how to do each of these 3 ways. I know of another way, but it's kind of irrelevant at this point based on these 3 that I'm showing you. And these 3 cost nothing, and the other one that I'm not going to show you used to cost. So I'm not even going to show it to you. So the first way, by the way, before we get started on that, I want to take a look at Mark chapter 1, verse 1, so we can see what it looks like. All right, it says, Arche tu Evangeliu Iesu Christu. Now, you can see where the breathing marks, like on Arche, and the accent marks on Arche are, and breathing mark on Evangeliu, as well as the accent mark, and Iesu. So you can see what those look like. And we'll use that sort of just as a baseline reference. That's the sentence that we're going to type here into each of these different accent tools. So the first one that I want to share with you is called the Hopperizer. And I'll share these links, by the way, in the video description. But the Hopperizer, and what this does, it's just easy. Now you got to have your keyboard, Greek keyboard set up, I believe. But here we go. You want to go to this link, and you're going to have it's set up down below as convert to, and then you're going to have Unicode pre-composed and set it to Perseus. So I got my keyboard already set to Greek, and that's something you need to have set up, is a Greek keyboard before you do any of this, to set up a polytonic Greek keyboard. Perhaps I'll need to do another episode on that, but you can just do that in Windows, right? You can set up a Greek keyboard probably on Mac too, I don't know. But here you go. So remember Mark 1:1, right? Arche tu Evangeliu Iesu Christu. And I'm going to begin typing this in this box. And boom, you can see that it starts populating all the breathing marks and accent marks for me. Arche tu Evangeliu Iesu Christu. Boom, there you go. We have our sentence. That was easy. Didn't have to install anything. You can just copy and paste that right there, wherever you need to. Very, very easy. And if you want to take this a little further, you can click link only, and it's going to pop up down here. You can hit a word like Evangeliu, and it's going to give you the lexical form and then show you where the accent should be on Evangeliu, so you can double check. A word like Arche, right, it's going to show the lexical form, and then it's only showing you, unfortunately, the two examples where the accents are both acute rather than grave. So if I were to type in something else, like Jesus Christos Esti Kalos, something like that, you can see it's already got the accent. That shouldn't be a grave. That should be an acute. So that's wrong, but we can hit link only, and then we can go to Kalos. We can click on it, and you can see it's going to show you in these examples that you actually should have an acute here rather than a grave. So that's one way to do it. The next way that I'm going to show you is quite a bit more complicated. That is, if you don't know how to use Python, right, to do like coding. So to make this one work, you have to have Python set up on your computer. There's YouTube tutorials on how to do that. And then you also have to have pip installed. And that's a different thing in itself. It's not that difficult. It sounds more difficult than it is. there's a little bit of a learning curve though. So this is J.M. Tauber's Greek accentuation model, and it's on GitHub. And you can go here, and once you have Python and pip set up right, you can just pip install this Greek accentuation model. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to show you what this looks like on the command line. So you're going to open the command line and run Python, and this is already going to be installed. So let me switch screens here so you can see this. I've already done this. I'm not going to walk you through how I set up Python and pip and all that, although it probably would be helpful. So again, go to YouTube and find out how to do that. It's not that difficult. So I'm going to show my command line window here, and you're going to be able to see what happens. Once I have Tauber's accentuation module set up, I can just begin typing. So arche tu evangeliu Jesu. You can see it filling in things here. So you can tell that it made a couple of errors here, and you can see that it made an error there. So yeah, this one isn't perfect. We see that it made a couple of errors. It left, well, actually it didn't. No, it made them along the way, but the end result is actually right. Arche tu evangeliu Jesu Christu. So if I wanted to say something like ego imi Michael, that's wrong. It gives me that grave accent when it should be acute at the end of, on the final syllable. So there are some issues, but you're going to have to pay attention, but it does take some of the effort out of it for you. Okay, finally, I want to show you one more option that we have here. And this is called, it's got an interesting name, the Polytonic Greek Typinator. And this was created by William Thayer. All right, so if you got a Mac, you can just straight install this. If you have Windows, you're going to have to add a couple of steps. What you're going to have to do is install Auto Hotkey. Right? And once you've done that, you're going to go to GitHub, and you're going to go to this Polytonic Greek. Up here where it says code, you're going to click that. You're going to download the zip file. Okay, and then once you've installed AutoHotkey or downloaded it, install it on your computer and unzip this this file, and then you're ready to go. So let me show you how it works. All you have to do then is open up Microsoft Word, and it's going to work right inside Microsoft Word for you, which to me, this is the best one because I use Microsoft Word a lot, and I can just do it natively. I don't have to open the command line. I don't have to, do the hopperizer, although that one's pretty easy. But I can show you here. I'm right inside Microsoft Word. I got my Greek keyboard installed, got it set up, and all I got to do is start typing Greek, and boom, it works for me. Evangeliu, archetu, evangeliu, Jesu Christu. And you can see that it works there. So it just does it right inside Word. It's beautiful. Very, very easy. So these are 3 different ways to go about getting help with Greek accenting, because it can be a real challenge. One, to learn the accenting rules, one, to learn where all those marks are on a Greek keyboard, and then 3, when you're typing something, especially if it's an original Greek text that you're trying to write, figuring out where everything goes, all the accent rules. So yeah, those are 3 ways to do this, and I'll stop there and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.